Hi, it's Jessica DaMassa with WTF Health, and I am here at Frontiers Health. Joining me now, I have Luca Emili. He is the CEO and co-founder of InSilico Trials, and this is a startup that is really cool. I love what you're doing. You've basically created an environment where pharmaceutical companies and medical device companies can run tests, like clinical trials, without using humans or animals. So it's basically a simulated environment, right?
Exactly.
Okay, very cool. So talk to me a little bit, I guess, about this and where the idea for this came from.
The idea came from the fact that in other industry like automotive, aerospace, all new products are developed using modeling simulation. So you can see a real car at the beginning of the development or a real airplane. Everything is on a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And there are about hundreds of research centers around the world developing modeling simulation for the healthcare. But it's like to make video without YouTube. So they don't have a way to make it on the market. So they can sell it. So we said, okay, the company needed it because the cost for a new drug and medical device is very
high.
It's unbearable.
Ridiculous.
It's very high, yeah. Modeling simulation can help a lot, as it's doing in other industries.
Mm-hmm.
But who is doing this model has a problem to provide this to companies.
Okay. So you're basically the middleman between the two. So you're helping bring those research centers and the modeling environments that they're creating together in one platform that the different stakeholders can tap into.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Exactly.
Okay. So how long have you guys been around?
Well, we've been around since a couple of years.
Uh-huh.
Because we started as a spin-off of our CRO, doing traditional technology for traditional trial. And then we get into this modeling simulation. We started the project in 2016.
Okay. And so what kinds of projects have you been working on? Like, who are your customers right now? And like, who are you doing work with?
Well, we were very lucky because the first project we started to work on is with FDA.
Oh, very good in the US,
Yep.
the FDA.
So they've seen that our approach was very helpful for the dissemination of knowledge about modeling simulation. And so we signed a 5-year collaboration agreement with them.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And we are using models provided by FDA, providing to companies the opportunity to test a specific aspect linked to medical device, implantable medical device. So it's related to how much a medical device is going to be heated under MRI. And you can do it virtually instead of going into animals or instead of making very, very complex bench testing or testing in patient.
Can you give us another example too of how your solution is being used? Because I'd like just
We're
put it into like a
exactly.
paint a picture for us.
We're working, for example, with a pharma company that has developed a specific device, and we are making modeling simulation to understand how the specific drug is going to be absorbed with this medical device by the patient, and how it's going to reach the target organ. So we're mixing medical device delivery with the pharma part, optimizing both of them.
Okay. And so what kind of feedback are you getting? Like, I mean, because this is a big paradigm shift. I mean, we're taking things that were tested on, living beings, either, humans or animals or whatever. And now we're taking this and we're bringing it into a virtual environment. So are you being met at all with any skepticism about the results for this or any concerns? I mean, it's great
Absolutely.
that you have the backing of the FDA, but I mean, I'm sure that helps. But I mean, like, are others skeptical at all about the results that you're getting?
There are a lot of people that never heard about this opportunity.
Sure.
And so they want to understand what is possible. As I said, we're happy that FDA decided to go in this direction, but not only with us, but also the head of FDA, Dr. Scott Gottlieb, is pushing a lot towards the use of modeling simulation for drugs and medical device, not only for R&D, but also for regulatory approval.
Sure.
And in Europe, there is a new regulation is going to be used from 2020 about medical device regulation, where the use of modeling simulation is contemplated as a way to provide indication to notified body for the approval of medical device. So the regulation are sometimes ahead of the people in the R&D, but this is creating a very great opportunity because, as you know, this is a highly regulated market. And the support of FDA, the regulation in Europe, but also EMA that have a specific group for modeling simulation is helping in that. By the way, I've been requested to be part of the cloud security group by EMA.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, and so we are also working on this side because we are leveraging the cloud. And in the cloud, of course, the cybersecurity is the first point that you have to consider.
Of course. I want to move back to something that you said in this last little answer. And I wanted to to pick out on it. So you said that sometimes the regulators are ahead of those who are in R&D. And I think that that's something that we need to tease out a little bit, because I'd like you to, I guess, talk to that and provide some advice to those who are in R&D. Because I mean, this is where, it's like anything that we're seeing with health technology. It's like a lot of times it's like the frontline adopters are the ones who are having difficulty, not because they don't want to bring the new technology in, but because their processes that have been in place for years don't allow them to. So I guess what would be your advice, or what would you say to those who are working in R&D in these pharma companies or in the medical device companies about how they need to, or what they can do to change some of their processes in order to better integrate your technologies in?
I think that the first step is for sure to understand what the regulators are promoting.
Mm-hmm.
And so to see that they are opening a lot of opportunity also to work with them.
Do you think there's just not a lot of awareness about the fact that they can go this route?
Not so much.
Okay.
Not so much.
So there needs to be better awareness.
Yeah,
of that. Mm-hmm.
There is a problem of awareness. And so we are doing a lot of, let me say, dissemination and culture about this topic. And the other point is that the skills that you need inside your company to develop model, to validate model, and to use that in a good way are significant.
Yeah.
So there is a problem in terms of market structure, because you have the top companies in medical device and pharma that are using this continuously, saving hundreds of millions in pharma, dozens of millions in the medical device area. But there are a little-sized company that have the problem because they don't have the right knowledge inside, they don't have the technology, and it's very hard for them to use this kind of approach. And so this is the reason we have decided to create InSilico Trials, because we are working with both big company, medical device that are middle, or startups that need also to be supported while they have not so much money to do all the clinical trials they would like.
That's exciting. You're in an exciting place in this space.
Absolutely.
And it's like you're going to grow with it as the technology, matures and people become more comfortable with this way of innovation. Last question for you. I wanted to talk real quickly about InSilico Trials. Where are you guys at from a company standpoint? I know you're an early stage company, but tell us where you're based, how many are in the organization, what you guys are doing from a fundraising standpoint. Give me a sense of where you're at.
Sure. We are 8 people in Europe and also in US. We work very virtually, so we have virtual office everywhere.
And, let's hope so. With what your product is, you need to have a virtual.
Exactly. We have to be coherent with our approach. We have done some. We received many money from investors, angel investors, and from crowdfunding. We have launched some months ago just to see what the people, because there is a problem of awareness. And we decided to go to the people that is not involved in the process to see what they think about it. And it was really a success. And now we are in discussion with some venture capitalists in A series, both in Europe and discussing in the US.
Very cool. Well, Luca, best of luck to you. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. Such an exciting product in this space. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'm Jessica DaMassa with WTF Health here at Frontiers Health. Thanks so much for joining us.